Welcome back, tech enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into a battery life showdown between two of the biggest names in the smartphone world, Samsung and iPhone. We're talking about the latest and greatest these companies have to offer, pushing their devices to the limit to see which one will reign supreme in the battery life department. Let's get right into it. First up, we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. This phone packs a serious punch when it comes to battery capacity, boasting a massive 5,000 mAh battery. That's a lot of juice to power that gorgeous 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED display, especially with its adaptive refresh rate that can go up to a buttery smooth 120 Hz. We all know how much battery those high refresh rates can use, but battery capacity is just one piece of the puzzle. Samsung has also stepped up its game in terms of software optimization. The S21 Ultra utilizes AI to learn your usage patterns and optimize battery consumption accordingly. That means your phone is constantly adapting to how you use it, squeezing out every last bit of power throughout your day. We're talking about features like adaptive power saving, which automatically adjusts your phone's performance and background activity based on your usage patterns, and app power management, which puts the brakes on power-hungry apps that you don't use very often. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, we gotta put this beast to the test in real-world scenarios. We're talking about hours of scrolling through social media feeds, streaming high-definition videos, gaming until our thumbs go numb, and maybe even getting some actual work done. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how big the battery is if it can't handle your daily grind. Now let's shift our attention to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. While it may not have the same monstrous battery capacity as the S21 Ultra, coming in at a modest 4,352 mAh, don't let that fool you. Apple's known for its incredible optimization between hardware and software, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max is no exception. Apple's A15 Bionic chip, the brains behind this powerhouse, is built on a 5-nanometer process, making it incredibly energy efficient. This chip is designed to handle everything you throw at it, from demanding games to resource-intensive apps, without breaking a sweat or draining your battery in the process. Plus, Apple's got its own bag of tricks when it comes to software optimization. iOS 15, the operating system running the show on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, is designed with battery life in mind. Features like low power mode, which kicks in when your battery starts running low, and background app refresh limitations help extend the phone's endurance even further. And let's not forget about Apple's focus on optimizing its own apps for efficiency, ensuring that everything from Safari to Apple Music runs smoothly without sucking up your battery life. But again, specs and software optimization only tell part of the story. We need to see how the iPhone 13 Pro Max holds up in the real world, going head-to-head with the Galaxy S21 Ultra in our battery life challenges. Alright folks, it's time to put these battery behemoths through their paces in a real-world usage comparison. We're talking about a full day of typical smartphone shenanigans, from browsing the web to watching videos and everything in between. And to keep things fair and square, we're making sure both phones have the same brightness settings and are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. First, let's talk screen on time, because that's what really matters, right? The Galaxy S21 Ultra, with its larger battery and adaptive refresh rate, managed to squeeze out an impressive 7 hours and 18 minutes of screen on time before tapping out. Now that's with the refresh rate set to 120 Hz. If you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of smoothness and drop it down to 60 Hz, you can squeeze out even more juice. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, on the other hand, held its own with a respectable 6 hours and 48 minutes of screen on time. Not quite as long as the S21 Ultra, but still incredibly impressive considering its smaller battery capacity. Apple's optimization really shines through here. But it's not all about screen on time. Standby time is another crucial factor in overall battery life. And in this department, the iPhone 13 Pro Max takes the crown. Apple's iOS is known for its exceptional standby time, and the 13 Pro Max is no different. It sips battery life when it's not in use, barely losing any charge overnight. Alright, so we've seen how these phones handle a full day of use, but what happens when they finally need to be juiced up? Well, that's where charging speeds come into play, and let me tell you, both Samsung and Apple have brought their A-game in this department. The Galaxy S21 Ultra supports fast charging up to 45 watts, which is seriously speedy, We're talking about going from 0 to 100% in just under an hour. Now there's a slight catch here. You'll need to shell out some extra cash for a 45-watt charger, as Samsung only includes a 25-watt charger in the box. But trust me, if you're all about that fast-charging life, it's worth the investment. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, on the other hand, supports fast charging up to 27 watts. Not quite as fast as the S21 Ultra, but still nothing to scoff at. You can go from 0 to 50% in about 30 minutes, which is plenty fast for most people. However, like Samsung, Apple doesn't include a fast charger in the box. You'll need to purchase a separate 20-watt or higher charger to take advantage of those fast charging speeds, but wait, there's more. Both the Galaxy S21 Ultra and the iPhone 13 Pro Max support wireless charging, because who wants to fumble around with cables in 2023? The S21 Ultra boasts 25-watt fast wireless charging, while the iPhone 13 Pro Max maxes out at 15 watts. And if you're feeling generous, both phones also offer reverse wireless charging, so you can share some of that battery goodness with your other devices or even a friend in need. So, we've put the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and the iPhone 13 Pro Max through their paces, testing their battery capacity, real-world usage, charging speeds, and overall battery life experience. Now it's time to answer the ultimate question. Which phone reigns supreme in the battery life department? Well, it's not exactly a cut and dry answer. Both phones have their strengths and weaknesses. The Galaxy S21 Ultra, with its larger battery and adaptive refresh rate, excels in screen on time, making it a perfect choice for power users who are constantly glued to their screens. Plus, its super fast 45-watt charging means you'll be back up and running in no time. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, on the other hand, punches above its weight with its smaller battery, thanks to Apple's incredible optimization between hardware and software. It may not have the same screen on time as the S21 Ultra, but its exceptional standby time and smooth performance make it a worthy contender. Ultimately, the best phone for you depends on your individual needs and usage patterns. If you prioritize screen on time and want the fastest charging speeds possible, the Galaxy S21 Ultra is the clear winner. But if you value overall battery life, standby time, and a seamless software experience, the iPhone 13 Pro Max is a fantastic choice. So there you have it. Both Samsung and iPhone have their strengths when it comes to battery life. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra boasts a larger battery capacity and faster charging speeds, while the iPhone 13 Pro Max impresses with its optimization and standby time. Which one do you think is the winner? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech comparisons. We're constantly putting the latest and greatest devices head to head, so stay tuned for more epic showdowns. Until next time, tech enthusiasts.